guys, welcome to the Dead Horse podcast. We've not been able to do a podcast for a while, so yeah, like trying to get back into it again. I'm Vivek, and with me this week are Arvind
Hello.
and Rashi.
Hi.
Tejas is attending a birthday party, I think, somewhere. Uh, a social life is important to him, more important to him than
Cake.
sitting and talking to
Cake is
friends.
more important to him, okay? I'm pretty sure.
Cake is more. Uh, Arvind, will fight for food is 96% of the way to getting
And once
green light votes.
like
That's pretty awesome,
I don't
man.
know if this is a misconception or this is a fact, but once Will Fight for Food gets 100% votes to get to green light, उसके बाद तेरे को फिर से will you need to go through green light again?
नहीं, वो वैल्व के ऊपर है टोटल. अगर वैल्व को लगता है कि क्या है, अगर उसके बाद क्या होता है, आपको एक वैल्व का कांटेक्ट असाइन हो जाता है. फिर उस कांटेक्ट के ऊपर है. अगर उस कांटेक्ट को लगा कि मतलब ये सही है कि नहीं है, तो फिर वो उस टाइप से, तो मतलब जैसे वो पूरा उस कांटेक्ट की दया है. इसीलिए तो लोगों को पुराना सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं लगता था वैल्व का, क्योंकि टोटली मतलब डिपेंड करता है भाई. अगर वैल्व के उस जने को आपके टाइप का गेम पसंद हुआ, तो वो जैसे डियर एस्टर भी आ जाएगा. नहीं तो मतलब जैसे ब्रेड को भी उन्होंने पहले रिजेक्ट कर दिया. तो वो टोटली वैल्व के ऊपर होता था. इसीलिए लोगों को ये सब पसंद नहीं आता था, जो पहले का सिस्टम था ना.
सब्जेक्टिव है.
हाँ, और नहीं, और वैल्व बताते नहीं थे कभी. जैसे उनका ये था, अगर तुम किसी को जानते हो वैल्व पे, तो तुम उसको कांटेक्ट कर लो उसके ईमेल एड्रेस
वो
पे,
चला देगा.
तो हाँ, तो वो चलवा देगा. नहीं तो अगर तुम जनरल करो ना, जैसे contact@valvesoftware.com या जो भी जिसको,
वो तो that is the कुआं man.
हाँ वो, तो उसमें टोटल क्रैप शूट. और जैसे विल फाइट फॉर फूड का तो जवाब ही नहीं आया मेरे को कभी, जब मैंने पहले करा ना. क्योंकि ये मतलब तो उसको तो उन्होंने कभी रिप्लाई नहीं करा. जैसे वो स्टैंडर्ड मतलब रिजेक्शन लेटर भी नहीं दिया. तो मतलब उसका तो वो भी डिपेंड करता है शुरू में. मतलब मेरे को तो लग रहा है कि अगर मैं जैसे आज अगर विल फाइट फॉर फूड को डालता ना, तो ज्यादा अच्छे से वोट्स मिल जाते. क्योंकि क्या है, पहले के टाइम पे फर्स्ट 6 मंथ्स तो टोटल इस टाइप का था कि फ्लैश गेम नहीं होना चाहिए, फर्स्ट पर्सन शूटर होना चाहिए, क्राइटेक का बनाया हुआ होना चाहिए, और 10-15 लोगों के वो होते थे. जैसे जो मेरे कमेंट्स मतलब जो मेरे को मिलते हैं ना विल फाइट फॉर फूड ग्रीन लाइट पेज पे, वो शुरू के 6 मंथ्स और मतलब उसके बाद बिल्कुल जमीन आसमान का अंतर था. लेकिन ग्रीन लाइट का एक्टिव यूजर बेस है ना, टोटली मिला के कुछ 25,000 पीपल है. और मेरे एक्टिव यूजर्स हैं 26,000, मतलब जिन्होंने वोट करा है क्यूमुलेटिवली. तो मतलब इतने में अब मेरा तो जैसे हो गया ना, वो वापस वोट नहीं कर सकते. तो इसीलिए अब ज्यादा डिसएडवांटेज है. अगर यही मैंने 6 महीने लेट लगाया होता तो ज्यादा सही हो जाता.
Yeah.
Hey, did anyone watch the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No.
नहीं, वो मतलब मेरे को ऐसा मन नहीं करा कुछ खास उसका.
That trailer looked total nonsense. So.
मतलब स्पेक्टिकल अच्छा है, मतलब ग्राफिक्स अच्छे हैं, ये मैं मान गया ट्रेलर के. लेकिन कुछ सब्सटेंस मेरे को नहीं दिखा उसमें.
साले कितने विलन एक मूवी में, 3 विलन एक मूवी में.
हाँ, अरे वो तो ये तो लीक हो गया ना कहीं पे कि जो वो राइनो है इज इन फॉर लाइक 5 मिनट्स.
हाँ, राइनो इज इन द एंडिंग ना.
हाँ, मतलब वही कुछ 5 मिनट में है बस, वो आखिरी है वही.
और इसमें
मतलब मैं तो थोड़ा कुछ ज्यादा ही मार्वल मूवी यूनिवर्स का मैं बायस्ड हो गया हूँ, तो इसलिए मैं तो कोई और फिल्म देख ही नहीं पाता ऑब्जेक्टिवली आजकल.
I don't know. I like the Batman movies still.
हाँ, मतलब बैटमैन ट्रिलॉजी अच्छी है obviously.
And I like Superman. I like Superman, the new Superman movie.
I didn't like it. Not that much.
मतलब मेरे को वही है, मतलब स्पेक्टिकल अच्छा लगा, लेकिन उस जो फिल्म में एक्चुअली हुआ वो बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगा.
Yes, I have problems specifically with the ending. With the ending, I have a problem. He should not have killed Zod. But other than that, I'm okay with everything. Like that movie, like there are two big mistakes in that movie. One is that stupid ending where he snaps Zod's neck, and the other is I don't know why they decided to make that movie friggin' chronologically out of order. If that movie was a straight line, it would have been a lot better. There would have been a proper journey for the.
वही मतलब, और मतलब 10 मिनट में तुम सुपरमैन वाले जरूरत भी नहीं थी यार. मतलब उसको भी मत करना. मतलब आज की तारीख में किसको नहीं पता कि सुपरमैन की ओरिजिन स्टोरी क्या है.
What was that nonsense about his father being sucked into a hurricane? Like,
हाँ यार, वो तो जबरदस्त.
that part was like so bad. मैं देख रही हूँ
हाँ
And like, dude, what the hell is going on? Why?
Actually, based on that, the thing that I was kind of more pissed off about was his father is kind of a douchebag, and
हाँ
Jonathan
मतलब
Kent is supposed to be the kind of person who basically teaches him
हाँ
his
वैल्यूज
morals.
मतलब उसके
Yeah, I
पेरेंट्स
mean,
ही
he
तो आए ना
wasn't even a
उसके।
role model. Yeah.
हाँ मतलब मम्मी पापा नहीं तो वैल्यूज, अबे नहीं इसमें इसके पापा करते क्या है सबसे पहले तो कि बच्चों को मर जाने दो। अबे ये कौन बोलता है यार, तेरे बच्चे ने बस उठा दी है, अगर मैंने बस उठा दी होती ना तो मेरे पापा भी 5 मिनट तो तारीफ करते मेरी पानी में से, उसके बाद भले ही फिर वापस से बुराई शुरू हो जाती। लेकिन 5 मिनट तो तू तारीफ कर दे यार अपने बच्चे की, उसने बस उठा के साइड में कर ली, इतने बच्चों को बचा लिया। और दूसरा, टोर्नेडो में मतलब सुसाइड है वो, बेसिकली असिस्टेड सुसाइड। तो कोई
Seriously.
जरूरत नहीं थी। मतलब अबे जब विंड है तो किसी को कुछ दिखता थोड़ी ना है, आराम से वो क्लार्क केंट जाके वो तेरे कुत्ते और उसको बचा लेता।
I know. And वो मतलब जहाँ पे जितने पास वो लोग खड़े थे उसमें
हम्म।
मतलब यार बहुत तेज होता है उसका हरिकेन
हाँ
का इफेक्ट। वो भी जो इतना बड़ा हरिकेन आया था वो पागल हो
हाँ
गए थे उसको दिखा दिखा
हाँ
के।
हाँ मतलब सही में
Like,
ऐसा लगता है जैसे कोई सुसाइडल मेनियाक हो वो, मतलब कोई आम आप
but
मतलब नॉर्मल
like,
इंसान नहीं है वो।
yeah, it's like he has issues.
हाँ
Uh,
हाँ
I, that did not make sense. Like
हम्म,
Jonathan Kent is supposed to be the person,
हम्म,
like Jonathan Kent and his like Ma Kent are supposed to be the people because of whom Clark Kent, like Superman has this very strong grounding in morals.
हाँ
They're the reason why he doesn't kill. No matter what happens, he doesn't
हाँ
kill.
नहीं, और
ये
मतलब जैसे इट्स ओके टू हैव लाइक कि उनके पेरेंट्स को कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स दे दी वो ठीक है, लेकिन तुमने तो उनको मतलब जोकर ही बना दिया बिना पेंट के।
I
मतलब
know.
बिल्कुल वैसे ही कर दिया। तो ये तो, और फिर तो इसमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि सुपरमैन की वैल्यूज क्या है, और फिर वो फिर पूरे शहर को तो बर्बाद कर देता है। मतलब ये पहली ऐसी मूवी है जिसमें अगर सुपरमैन नहीं होता ना तो कम नुकसान होता लोगों को। अगर
Seriously.
सुपरमैन नहीं होता तो जॉर्ड नहीं आता, कुछ से कुछ बकवास नहीं होती, आराम से सब चलता रहता।
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even if Zod found Earth, he would not have destroyed it. There's no point to
हाँ
destroying it without whatever
वो
that
भी,
that
हाँ वो भी
stupid
कितना
reason
बड़ा
which is
प्लॉट होल
hidden.
है। मतलब तुम उसे क्रिप्टॉन क्यों बना रहे हो, तुम्हारे पास सुपर पावर्स हैं, क्रिप्टॉन में नहीं थी तुम्हारे पास सुपर पावर्स, आराम से उड़ो ना मजे से, है ना? तो क्यों जबरदस्ती बना रहे हो उसको क्रिप्टॉन जैसा?
क्या टेराफॉर्मिंग? ओ माय
हाँ
गॉड,
भाई
व्हाट अ वर्ड। देखो उनको
वो
टेराफॉर्मिंग उन्होंने वर्ड सीखा था तो दे हैड टू यूज इट समवेयर।
हाँ सही में, मतलब कोई लॉजिक नहीं उसमें कि क्यों भाई इधर बर्बाद कर रहे हो, हमें तो सुपर पावर्स हैं। मतलब आराम से
मजे
यार
करो
तुम।
यार।
हाँ और क्या।
इससे बेटर तो एक्समैन ही थे।
हाँ
It depends on which X-Men movie you're talking about now.
मतलब मार्वल
द
की तो ऐसी
फर्स्ट
है मतलब
फर्स्ट
कि
वन, फर्स्ट सेकंड।
फर्स्ट वन वाज ओके, आई थिंक, मतलब ओके मैं कहूंगा, मतलब अच्छी भी नहीं बुरी भी नहीं, ठीक ठाक, ठीक है देख लिया। उस समय दरअसल इतनी चॉइसेस नहीं थी ना सुपर हीरो मूवीज के लिए, तो जो
हाँ वो
उन्होंने
तो है।
दिखा दिया वही हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया कि भाई चलो अभी तो ऐसा ही होता है। जैसे मेरे को मतलब
Yeah.
वो वर्ल्ड्स अपार्ट लगे, जैसे वो जो मतलब कैप्टन अमेरिका है ना, मतलब और जबकि आई एम इनहेरेंटली बायस्ड अगेंस्ट एनीवन नेम्ड अमेरिका, लेकिन फिर भी मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी वो मूवी।
So what have you been playing?
Not for me, not much. Just like a few matches of Magic: The Gathering 2014 here. Nothing much otherwise.
I've been mostly playing Skyrim and Tomb Raider. That's it.
And Candy Crush.
That was a secret that was not meant to be made public, okay?
Yeah,
No,
no
I'm not
problem. I'm
playing
pretty
Candy
sure.
Crush.
Like, yeah, I mean, I have like played Candy Crush for like 5 minutes before
Same
I was
here.
like, yeah, yeah,
It's
I
not something
I blame my
bad.
sister.
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Arvind, what's the difference between Magic year on year? Is there actually a difference in the game?
yeah, the framework of Magic is so flexible that like you can like new cards can completely change the game. For example, like you can have mill decks. So what happens is that you have a deck in these games, and
Yeah.
if that deck gets empty, and you have to draw a card, you lose. So there are decks specifically made to put your cards in the graveyard. Then there's life gain decks, and like there are decks which make losing if you have zero life impossible. Then there is a card which like if you have one life, you win the game. So so yeah, there's like, yeah, Magic is such a flexible framework that like, and the designers are pretty, I think, clever. Each year they manage to change it a little bit, and since the previous cards are there as well, you can combine them in strange ways.
All right. So it's not as much a new iteration as much as it is like a large booster pack.
I would say like it's roughly yeah, pretty much it's a large booster pack, and it's like a new sort of like World of Warcraft expansion, I guess, but they changed the gameplay more, I guess. It's like Cataclysm, but it happened every year. It's like that.
The gameplay on a fundamental level doesn't change, but what does change is the strategy you have to use based on the deck you build, right?
Yeah, because each year when the new cards are out, like the trends change. So if a lot of people are using, for example, decks with creatures or decks with spells, so you have to adjust your deck to what's popular, and it's also a mind game in guessing what the other person will have in their hand.
All right. And so like just a question. So if I buy Magic 2014 to get the cards of previous iterations, do I need to buy all previous iterations or just 2014?
No, see how Magic, these computer games work is that you buy Magic 2014, it will come with a few cards. Like Magic 2013 is separate, and you can play it if you want to. So yeah, and you can only buy like one expansion pack and 2 deck packs, which they release like 6 months later. So basically, it's like you pay them $10 and you get the entire game. So the pool of cards is limited.
All right.
Yeah, so that makes the multiplayer more fair, because like it's not like a person can just keep on buying new cards like in real life
just
Magic.
keep on buying the best cards. That's interesting.
Wait, how do these deck card games work? I mean, I've never played one before, so how do they work?
Yeah, so how Magic works is that like it's 1 versus 1, like the simplest form of game. So like each person has a deck of X cards. Usually it's 60 cards.
Okay.
So you sit in front of each other, 60 cards. You draw 7 cards. That's your starting hand. Then land is basically your fuel. So like each spell has a mana cost. So if a spell costs 3 mana, you need to tap 3 lands. And each turn you can play just 1 land. So like you start off by playing slower, like smaller spells. Then towards the end,
you should probably explain the concept of land a little better. So there are different kind of elements in Magic.
Yeah, there are 5 elements.
Fire, water, like stuff like that.
No, not fire, water. It's there are mountains, islands, and then forest, swamps, and plains. So that's basically 5 colors which you have. And all these colors have their own specific styles of play. Like blue Magic is all about like mind stuff. So you'll have cards which like look at your opponent's hand, and you have cards which make them like counter their spells, which is awesome.
So kind of like psychic when I mean like Pokemon. So
pretty much.
This would be drowsy or abracadabra or something.
I guess roughly no, but blue Magic is weak in that it doesn't have a physical presence on board. Yeah.
If you're going to make an anime comparison, Rashi, the comparison should be to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
Pokemon is games.
Duel Masters was also an anime thing, right? Which was
But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is by far the most popular hard combat anime.
Yeah. So anyway, so but blue doesn't have a physical presence on the board. So each color has their own strengths and weaknesses. So like green has a lot of creatures, but green is weak to like absolutely any form of spells because they don't have much in the way of defense in there. So like it's like every color has their, and you can also combine colors. So like you can play with a blue and black deck. Black decks are like, dark magic, sacrificing your own life, killing other creatures directly, and then the vampires, stuff like that.
There's also a white deck, right?
Yeah, the white deck is like it's like a discipline kind of thing. Like they have lots of characters which benefit from being next to each other. So it's like lots of small creatures, but they get bonuses by being a big army, kind of like that.
Okay.
And the red deck is like direct damage spells and like lots of damage, but red also harms itself. So like red will have really hilarious spells, but like they do 4 damage to something, but they'll also do 2 damage to you. So red is all about getting the match over as quickly as possible. Just like blitz the other person.
Well, every action has a equal and opposite reaction. So red is kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. So like, and all of these, like what I've just told you is like the most basic stuff. Like they have I think it's been like more than 10 or so years of constant iterations.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this game is always changing.
The company that makes Magic is the same company that invented D&D. So yeah, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast. Yeah.
How easy are these, these card games to understand for a
Uh,
person who's never played them before?
no,
I would recommend playing Hearthstone if you've never played any card games.
just play the good one. Yeah, just play the good game, Magic instead. No, it's very easy. Yeah.
Hearthstone's more fun, easier to get into than Magic.
Yeah.
Magic can be a little
Yeah.
Magic is a little expertise heavy for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I would say that like how I got into Magic was that like Steam had a sale where you got random games, summer sale 2013.
Right.
So I got Magic 2012 in there. So since I had it now, I had to play it. So I just started its single player campaign, and like it had a tutorial. It taught me all the basics, and then
Right.
I was ready to go. So I mean, obviously, like I did not understand really like complex cards.
You don't get the the tutorial, and the single player stuff will teach you very, very basic stuff. The meat of Magic is in building your own deck and coming up with a strategy to build your own deck, and no tutorial in any card game teaches you stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how it is in any game. So if you want to play an FPS, like Call of Duty, single player won't prepare you for the multiplayer. It's like an
Of course.
entirely
Single
different game.
player will prepare you for awesome explosions.
Yeah, and slow motion and jam on your face. Yeah, that's what it prepares you for.
So much jam on your face.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, like I would definitely, because like it costs like $10 and you are set for an year. Like I have
But Hearthstone is free.
No, it has microtransactions, and yeah.
So it has microtransactions. You don't need them. I've not spent a single dollar to play that game yet.
Yeah, says Vivek as he probably spends like $100 on premium cards or something on the side.
No, I don't. I don't spend money to play games. I spend my money on like games, other games.
Oh yeah, AAA Vivek is the judge of what is and is not a game.
I said other games. I didn't say Hearthstone. It's not a game. I'm enjoying it.
No, so anyway, so yeah, like yeah, I mean obviously like I haven't played Hearthstone and it might be good for all the stuff I'm saying. So yeah, but like I mean like the reason I'm not actually playing Hearthstone is that I don't want two cards game, which I like, because I spend like in every Magic installment I spend like 200-300 hours a year. So like it's just like a game which has like constant like enjoyment and strategizing. So
wow, that's like more time than Skyrim.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the Elder Scrolls games are the second like ones which I've spent time on. Like Oblivion, I remember, and Morrowind, of course. So yeah, I mean, I mean, I would definitely recommend playing it. Like, it might not be your thing, but like, I think it's most people's things because of the constant years of iteration and the different play styles. Like, if you want to keep things simple, just take a green deck. Just has like creatures. So you have 3 mana. You have a card with 3 cost. So that's all you need to cast. But then you move to more.
The easiest route to
yeah. That's actually funny because like Tejas would only play using the green deck, and but yeah, that's so easy to get like.
You can get wiped out if you're playing against someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, because see, like it's like okay, you have armed like you are wearing full plate armor. That's like green, but like you are still vulnerable in the head, and that's where it strikes.
Okay.
And like for red, like they can just like have so much fire that your armor just melts, kind of.
Right.
So yeah, so it's like every deck like has its strengths and weaknesses.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. So Rashi, what are you playing other than like Candy Crush, because you don't want to talk about that? What about Skyrim?
Oh yeah, I've been playing Skyrim. I decided to carry forward the main quest a little, so I'm fighting the main guy basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never finished Skyrim. I don't think Arvind did either because he was disgusted by it.
No, I played till level 20. Like I played till level 20, at which point a sudden realization dawned upon my head that all of which I've been doing is worthless. And then I never played it again.
Well, to be honest, I stopped playing Skyrim for some time. I took a break from it and then I returned. and I finished a few quests. I finished the Thieves Guild quest, and I became a werewolf as well. So companions, yeah. So then I decided to finish the main quest, but suddenly I feel like I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, the main quest isn't that good in any of the Elder Scrolls games. The main quest isn't.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. So like I like played Skyrim when it was before these expansions. So like how is the being a werewolf different from normal thing? Like being a normal person.
See, okay, first of all, werewolf is quite powerful, so you don't, if you are stuck in a place where you don't have weapons, turning into a werewolf actually helps a lot.
Okay.
So you can like do 2 strikes and you can knock a guy dead, you know. So
Okay.
it's like that. And it's very helpful when you want to hunt giants and mammoths. Because 3-4 strikes and a giant is down, and they'll probably die within 5-6 strikes. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds like a like that sounds broken in the typical Elder Scrolls fashion. Like
yeah.
Makes me want to pick up Elder Scrolls again and play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Oh no, being a werewolf is actually fun. And then you can like kill people and then eat them. So your werewolf time increases by 30 seconds, and your strength and your health also increase a little. So it's a lot of fun killing people. They'll just keep running around. The other day I chased a small child. You know, I wanted to eat a child, but they didn't allow that.
yeah, that's a thing which. Yeah, because they do that to prevent the R rating.
Yeah. The rating will become R or AO at that point, right?
Yeah. And I mean, at that point, like Fox News will basically have like 1 hour dedicated each day.
To Skyrim.
And they'll hire Arnab to just shout at Bethesda.
Oh God, the nation wants to know. The world wants to know.
Yeah.
So I was thinking whether I should be a werewolf or a vampire, but I chose to be a werewolf because fur.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So actually, oh yeah, werewolves. I think you can become werewolves.
Did you say a werewolf because fur?
Yeah. I mean, they're cute, right? Okay.
Yeah,
well, not
cute,
like, but
I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, like cute can be flexible. So I mean, no problem in that. Like I guess yeah, they are cute. I guess.
Well, they don't kill children, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I played the Thieves Guild quests, and those were like pretty awesome. I got a skeleton key in the end, and any lock can open with it. It doesn't break. Yeah, so it's really helpful, you know, if you want to pick locks, and I mean your lock picking skills increase, but it doesn't break. So
becomes useless, right? Like you don't lockpick. Like investing in lockpicking becomes kind of useless at the end because now you don't need to pick locks anymore.
Well, no, you do need to pick locks, but your lock. I mean, if you remember, you know, if you pick it through a lockpick, it breaks at times. So the skeleton key doesn't break. So, I mean, I have more than 200
lockpicks. It doesn't just open anything automatically.
Yeah.
No. Like, does the skeleton key just automatically open a lock chest? You don't need to pick it anymore, or
no, you do need to pick it.
Okay, but it doesn't
eventually break. So eventually it does open up, but it doesn't break, so you don't run out of lockpicks at all.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, though I think there is a point, right, at which like you just like the mini game doesn't happen anymore or something. Like it just automatically is that at 100 or something like maximum skill.
What?
Like, no, I think like there is a point, right, in Skyrim where like you like it just automatically you press E and it unlocks. Like is there such a point, or like even at maximum?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Right now my sneak skill is pretty high, so it's a lot of fun, you know, hiding in shadows, and the person will just come up and he wouldn't even see you, and he's just standing around and he's like, you know, I heard something. Maybe it must be my imagination, and the moment he turns around, you just kill them off.
Yeah, I mean that's like, I mean they have had like what, like so many Elder Scrolls game to fix the broken stealth mechanics. But like how stealth works is like.
Come on, I actually enjoy the stealth in this. At least it's better than Tomb Raider.
No, I mean obviously, yeah. I mean like it's still enjoyable, but like it sort of works like at the start
it does have stealth.
What? What did you say?
No, I was wondering if Tomb Raider had stealth, and I remember that it does. Like, yeah, there's a whole part where you have to hide in trees and shoot arrows at people.
Yeah, see, the problem with Tomb Raider stealth was, okay, so if the bad guy spots a dead body, they immediately know where you are. Even though you were hiding, you weren't even peeping. So that kind of became irritating. I mean, Far Cry 3 does it so well. And they'll keep chasing you. You can't hide from them. At least I couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, because like, no, what I'm saying is like Elder Scrolls, how it happens is at first you feel like you're putting, like wasting your skill points in stealth. At about
Yeah.
the 80 or so mark, like you just become like the invisible person kind
Yeah,
of thing, where like nobody can see you
Nobody can see you.
anywhere. Yeah.
And if you're wearing light armor, they definitely can't spot you. What
Yeah.
I'm doing is I'm doing a really silly thing, but I'm wearing heavy armor, running around, and basically doing stealth. So obviously that guy will hear me. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
wearing the Daedric armor and running
Oh,
around,
yeah.
sneaking around.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like sometimes the stealth just becomes so weird. Like, you have two guards standing next to each other. You kill one, the other guy is like, oh my God, what happened? Where was the person? And then, yeah, so yeah, it's just like, I mean, yeah,
the weirdest.
yeah. I
But
mean, I remember like spell casting being pretty broken in Oblivion. Like, at some point, you could just become like a demigod, just like throwing spells around.
But
Nobody can touch you.
I don't know if that's broken. I think that is like the games are designed with that kind of stuff in mind.
yeah, so
Because-
I mean, as long as you have high skill powers, I mean, why not just go crazy? But
Yeah.
then in Skyrim, even your enemies become quite powerful as well. I mean, the enemies I'm facing now, they're pretty powerful. I need at least one other person to help me out with it. And even
yeah.
then I sometimes die.
Because I remember in Skyrim 1, like there's some really weird shit. Like when a giant hits you in Skyrim,
Yeah,
like
you
the
go
way you
like
fly,
50 feet in the
Oh
air or
yeah,
something. Like, yeah.
That's awesome.
that happened 2 times with me and 1 time with one of my followers. Poor guy, may he rest in peace.
No, I remember because like at that time I was actually in Bangalore. Like my this college graduation ceremony was there. So my friend had like ordered a brand new copy of Skyrim. We popped it and we like put it in like the PS3 and started so a bit of exploring thing. And then there was a giant. So my friend was like, "Oh my God, let's go. Maybe he'll talk to us. Maybe he'll give us a quest." We
Oh, yeah.
walked to him. He hit us and whoosh, like 50 feet into the air. Like the next
And
like
that's
10 minutes were spent
that's
like
when you fell in love with Skyrim, right?
yeah, I mean that like the next 10 minutes or so were spent laughing like our heads off. Like,
I know, seriously. I was doing the same
Yeah.
thing. It was really
Yeah.
hilarious to see them.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're in front of a Hagraven and she, shoots a fireball at you, even then you sometimes do fly off. That part is quite funny.
Yeah. I mean, Elder Scrolls really has this like, it's almost adorable, in a way that the bugs that are keep on happening every Elder Scrolls. But like, there's something like in the core of that series that keeps us coming back. And I mean, I love Elder Scrolls, but at the same time, like, I think we can all agree that it's broken in like many hilarious ways.
Many ways,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And your follower is one of the dumbest people ever.
Yeah. I mean, I think like the AI has actually regressed from New Vegas to this Skyrim. I mean, New Vegas had a great interface for your followers. You had that wheel, immediately just talk to them and issue them commands and stuff. In this, I think it's actually more complicated.
There's nothing complicated. There's just a handful of commands. Wait here, follow
Yeah.
me, or you
Yeah, it's been
hit that
reduced,
person,
yeah.
kill that person. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
Not a lot of tactical commands.
what?
There's not a lot of tactical commands.
Oh yeah, not
New
a lot of
Vegas,
tactical.
Yeah. And like another thing which it did was that it didn't force you to sit through their dialogue every time you wanted to swap inventories. You just bring up the wheel, inventory shows up. And then like close the inventory, thank you very much. Like you don't need to like have them say their one particular line.
Yeah, what do
every
you
time.
want?
Yeah.
What you want?
Yeah.
That's really irritating.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's just like these things which like what I really want now is just like to them to just give like it to Obsidian again. Like just let them take care of this.
I guess.
Yeah, totally not an Obsidian fanboy speaking.
There's a Chris Avellone joke to be made here. It's not coming to me right now.
What? Where did that
I
come
said,
from?
what do you mean, where did that come from? I said, there's a Chris Avellone joke to be made here. You're more a Chris Avellone fanboy than you are an Obsidian fan.
No, that's not true. I mean, like, I like Josh
That is
Schweier as well.
totally
Yeah.
true. If Chris Avellone left
And like
Obsidian,
Tim Kaine, like, yeah, I like Tim Kaine, Brian Fargo. That company is basically full of like my like legends kind of thing.
okay,
So,
Brian Fargo is running In Exile.
yeah, it's like the same thing. Like
No,
they
it's not.
even tweeted
Completely
that
different
In
company.
Exile and Obsidian were dating. So it's like the same thing now.
It's
Like
not like
it's
the
just
same.
one company. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not just they're different companies.
Yeah.
Eh. But yeah, Arvind has a major Chris Avellone boner.
No, like, but okay. I mean, obviously, like Chris Avellone is like there too, and Obsidian as well. So I mean, like,
Yeah, I think it's more Chris Avellone, less Obsidian.
I mean, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, but okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh,
Which,
that's awesome.
Yeah, which started out as it started out as being another Assassin's Creed game, and then like 15 minutes in, I got my hands on a ship, and it became awesome.
Like, do they still do the 5-hour tutorial thing, where like missions specifically made to explain one particular thing?
Not as badly as it was in Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, okay.
The tutorial stuff isn't as bad as it was in Assassin's Creed 3. It's better. Like there is some tutorializing, but it's a lot more like you can understand what's going on. There's no beating you over the head.
How about the story? How's the story?
It's much better. Like it's actually an interesting story. You're playing this guy called Kenway, Edward Kenway, and he's a pirate, and he behaves like a pirate, and he acts like a pirate. There's the
your voice is breaking up.
Oh, okay. You play a character called Edward Kenway, and he's a pirate, and from beginning to end, like that defines his character. He's a greedy guy who kind of leaves his wife and child back somewhere and decides to go out exploring to make money.
Wait, wasn't Kenway also in Assassin's Creed 3? Or am I remembering this wrong?
No. Like Assassin's Creed 3 is kind of Assassin's Creed 4 is a prequel to the events in Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, remember when everybody wanted to make prequels of games last year? So why should Assassin's Creed be far behind?
The new Borderlands game is called Borderlands the Pre-Sequel. So I don't think it's a trend that died out.
What?
And what about that one? Like, is that the one where the plot is the hilariously clever you play as a QA tester at Ubisoft?
Yes. Oh my God, Arvind, I freaking finish missions and there's a rating card that comes up and I have to rate the missions.
Oh. Can you actually check, like, if you just perform very badly, the next layoffs, it's your name on the list? And, like, the studio lead doesn't even talk to you?
It starts out with it being your first day in a video game company.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, no, I think, like,
you never leave and go home.
Are you saying that I should actually spend money on the game?
No, don't. Like, it's not as clever as what Vivek is saying. It's actually, like, Vivek has a very low standard for storytelling.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's fun. It is a fun game. Like the story the story is fun. Like it's serviceable fun. Like you play as a greedy asshole who doesn't break character. So he's a greedy asshole from minute one, and he's not boring. Like the problem I think a lot of people had with the Assassin's Creed 3 main character was that he's kind of stiff, and it kind of makes him a little bit boring. But that doesn't happen with Edward. He's always an interesting character. No, the boat sailing stuff is awesome. That's why I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Because when you're out in the sea, like and there's a huge wave that comes, and you have to ask your crew to brace, and when you're out sailing and they're singing a song, it's awesome. That feeling is what I wanted. I've always wanted Ubisoft to make a Sinbad game, and this is probably as close as I'm going to get to that. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like
Isn't there
Jack
another,
Sparrow.
With the Ubisoft convergence, like I think the next Assassin's Creed game will the next Prince of Persia game will probably be a closer Sindbad game, because they'll probably put a ship in there now. Since
Of
Yeah,
course, they need something to work.
And the ship-to-ship combat is awesome. Like the part where you get on a rope and you swing into the other ship and start fighting with a sword is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like the naval combat is the best part of Assassin's Creed 4. Yeah.
Naval combat is
It
a lot.
was in fact the best part of Assassin's Creed 3 as well.
Yeah, so I guess like let's give it 2 more Assassin's Creed games till they like ruin this.
Run out of ideas?
Well, yeah.
Oh
what
no,
will
they
the next
won't.
thing be? Like,
Which reminds me, did you guys hear Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has been announced?
Yeah, no, I'm really surprised they're releasing it for the DS. I mean, Advance Wars is like.
Oh,
like,
shut up! Shut up! Stop making that joke. I think it's awesome that Kevin Spacey is basically going to be the president in the new Call of Duty game. That means House of Cards and Call of Duty is going to converge slowly.
Yeah. One thing which I find weird is that like suddenly Call of Duty shows like a modicum of self-awareness and everyone is completely okay with it. Because like the fundamental problems of the series are still there. Like the gameplay is stale. They'll probably not change the multiplayer too much. So I'm not sure if it will address that. I mean, okay,
Kevin
look.
Spacey, okay.
The gameplay does look a little bit different because of the whole suit and jumping thing. It's kind of reminding me of Titanfall. I think the direction was okay. Titanfall ne jumping dala, ab aap bhi jumping dalo.
Yeah, like that's definitely like it definitely feels like they like took more than a passing glance at Titanfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
what
will now happen
all
is that
those jokes I used to read. Ideas for the next Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I imagine how they copy Titanfall is like a giant robot Kevin Spacey, like from the sky, and then a small Kevin Spacey appears from his chest.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Like, I am okay with this being the next Call of Duty trilogy, Advanced Warfare, as long as Kevin Spacey keeps winning.
Wait, so do we have dogs in this or do we have cats now?
No, no. Kevin Spacey is the new dog. Like Kevin Spacey is the new dog, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like earlier, every marketing material was like, dog, look, we have a dog. And the dog was in the game for 10 minutes. That's what's going to happen here. Kevin Spacey will show up as somebody for 10 minutes. And then the rest of the game will be the same old thing.
Yeah, I don't think as a character, he's going to show up outside of a couple of cutscenes. But I think he might have dialogues during missions. Like the voiceover and giving you instructions and bullshit like that.
Wow, they seriously have no loyalty towards Captain Price if they do that. Like, isn't Captain Price supposed to be the one blabbering around?
What if Kevin Spacey is Captain Price? Like Captain Price shows up and then he takes off the Mission Impossible style face mask and it's Kevin Spacey and he's like, I've been Captain Price all along.
You know, if they follow your whatever you're saying right now, they might actually have been quite
might actually be funny. But we know that whatever we are saying, like probably it will be a lot more blander than that.
It'll be a game about private military corporations being evil and getting taken down in the end by a bunch of red-blooded American soldiers.
Oh my god, it's going to be a PMCs. Yeah. Like you start the game, then halfway suddenly, camera zooms to a character for the first time and you are Solid Snake. That's what the game has been all along.
Oh my god, this is what Hideo Kojima was hiding from us in Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, that's where all the Ground Zeroes gameplay went. Like they just put it in Call of Duty.
Hey, but then Call of Duty is also 4 hours long. So
yeah, so now it will probably be like 5 hours long. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I play Call of Duty for the single player campaign. I have no interest in the multiplayer.
Me neither.
I enjoy the single player campaign.
Like your club has probably like 4 members, probably 5.
It has a decent number of members. Like the single player campaigns are dumb fun, and it's just the stupid explosions and just that completely stupid story makes no sense at all. Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the only one that has a coherent story beginning to end. The other two are just basically nukes go off and everybody's fighting everybody else.
Yeah. I think I should play Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I've been avoiding it for too long.
I mean, I played the first Modern Warfare like I think 2 or 3 times, the main campaign, because it has some stellar missions, like all gillied up. I think that's one of the
design.
Yeah, I mean that's a like stellar single player mission without any doubt. Like there are others like that's the one which I remember the most. Then obviously the nuke section, and then like yeah, those are the two most memorable things. Like
yeah, for sure. The other one I really like the other game I really like, the first one in a trilogy is Gears of War. The first Gears of War has really good mission design. Not as good as Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but
yeah, I
still
mean
pretty
I
good.
actually remember like getting that disc and like playing it. So first games for Windows Live didn't work. So I had to like Google like online for like how to bypass GFWL, and then that game ran at, I kid you not, at that time a 320 into 240 resolution.
Seriously?
Whoa.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
like
like yeah,
BlackBerry.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean that's like Nokia old phones resolution, that kind, and and still the game lagged like crap. So like the PC port was so poor that like the technical issues like completely spoiled it for me. Like I couldn't get past the first mission because of that.
I don't understand why the PC port was poor. The damn thing was made on a PC, but it was never optimized for it.
Yeah,
So,
never optimized.
Yeah, maybe that's the whole reason.
uh, as devs, we should not be that ignorant. And as me personally, as a dev who works on Unreal Engine, that's a pretty ignorant remark to make. Why is it so slow on PC? They made it on a PC.
Well, I mean, I think like the Unreal Engine used then and the Unreal Engine that
Yeah,
you have experience with is probably like a like
there's a world of difference between
yeah.
both. Yeah. Oh, the other game I played this week is Dragon's Dogma. That is really awesome. It's a lot like Skyrim, but with better combat.
Oh, I have it on PS3. I shouldn't check it
Yeah,
out.
same. I'm playing it on PS3. Uh,
Yeah, it's
PlayStation
only on
Plus, huh?
PS3, right? Like I don't think it's
it's on
on
it's on
anything else.
360. It's on 360.
Oh, okay, 360. Okay.
Yeah, that is a fun game. Like I am enjoying the combat in that game.
Hmm.
I see.
Yeah.
The other day I went to one of my friend's house. She has a Wii, okay, and that's the first time I played a Wii. And I played Muramasa, Demon Blade,
Oh
and
yeah.
a little bit of Okami, and I was blown away by Muramasa and Okami. I mean, those games
The
Yeah,
are
art
I
in
want to
both
play
those games
those.
is
Yeah,
amazing.
I want to play those.
and
I wonder if my computer is like good enough to emulate them now on PS2. Because
oh,
like
मुरामासा
yeah.
के लिए तेरे को you need a V emulator for that. That's a V
Oh right,
exclusive.
yeah, V game. Okay.
That game should have
no,
come
no,
out on.
no. Muramasa is on PS Vita as well now.
Oh, it's on Vita. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I want a Vita, and I told my parents, and they're like, no.
Yeah. I kind of want to buy a Vita, but then like the games are just like there's no real game in it which I feel like won't be better on PC. So
See,
or on a console. So
Vita would probably be a great platform if all the PS1 and PSP games were on it.
Hmm.
yeah.
There would
No,
be a
yeah,
lot more.
but the funny thing is, didn't that happen by mistake and then Sony fixed it
Yeah,
in
yeah. They rolled it
ports?
back.
Yeah,
But, like for a few
yeah,
days in between there, Sony
yeah.
PS Vita people were able to download all working with bugs, but working on PS Vita. And
Damn.
Sony then has
Wow.
since pulled it back. For
Also,
free, they were
Sony
able
was
to access.
yeah.
Uh,
Sony was like, wait, did we actually make a good business decision by mistake?
let's shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like
Damn.
that's like for 4 days, like a PS Vita would be like an insta buy basically for you because
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Of course.
and then like yeah, all of a sudden like oh my god, no, it's too.
But
My god,
Muramasa
so
was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed and I loved the artwork. I mean, the backgrounds were a treat to look at.
Yeah, like it's not. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the company that made Muramasa, but they've consistently made games that look beautiful. They're the guys who made a game. Like I think after that they made a game called. They made a game that was a little bit controversial because of the art in it. I don't remember.
Hmm.
Let me look this up 1 second.
But I have played a little bit of Dust and Elysian Tale sometime back, and
yeah, I
it was
played
very
it too.
similar to Muramasa. And
Um,
I really enjoyed Muramasa because it had a lot of things that Dust didn't have. But I mean, I
yeah,
understand
Dust
that
was
Dust was
very
made by just
grindy,
one
right?
or two people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just one guy I think actually.
yeah, one
Yeah,
guy. Yeah.
and over the course of like 4 or 5 years or something. Yeah. I
Three,
mean, Dust
three.
was a very grindy. Like I remember, like you just like level transition happens, 500
Yeah.
enemies. Then you get something, you go back, 500 enemies have respawned. My
Yeah,
God, yeah, that
exactly.
was
That was
tedious. Yeah.
really bugging. Yeah, that was bad. He
I
needs to
still
fix
got
that.
through it somehow, but yeah, like it was more like, oh my God, I can finally uninstall this game. Thank God. Rather than like,
Dragon's Crown. Vanillaware is the company that made it.
oh right, Vanillaware. Yeah, they're pretty famous for this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and the first game that, like, one of the first games that they made that was really amazing was a game called Odin Sphere. Even that has beautiful art.
Okay.
Uh, Okami, of course, is like a last generation game, and
Ooh, I even got the art book for Okami. It is gorgeous.
yeah.
Yeah, Okami has really good looking art. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Okami is such a tragic game in the sense that,
yeah,
like, that game caused Clover Studios to shut down. I think it was one of their, like, it was a huge failure, and it's
it
been, I
happens
think,
with like it happens with every transcendent game, like Deus Ex. Like it was like same thing. Yeah,
well,
like you said, like
Deus Ex was not the massive failure of Ironstorm. Ironstorm's massive failure was
yeah,
Daikatana.
no, I mean like no. What happened was that like the gods looked upon Deus Ex and were like, this is too perfect, cannot be followed, and then they shut down the company. They just like suddenly introduced the bad stuff in Daikatana.
But
I mean
they
that's
did
the only reason
release.
I can
But
think
they
of.
did release the Fall a few months back, right?
Oh, yeah, but that's like a mobile port. Like nobody asked
Oh.
for Deus Ex: The Fall.
Oh. Okay.
Deus Ex:
That's
Human
sad.
Revolution is, I think, a worthy successor, though not as good as the original, but still, like it's a worthy successor.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good game in its own
Yeah,
right. It's a
yeah,
fun game.
yeah. I mean, like I imagine, like if the original Deus Ex had not been there, I would be absolutely bonkers over Deus Ex: Human Revolution, because I would be like, oh my God, so many choices, so many things, so revolutionary. But then like I do the same thing for Human Revolution, but then like a game made 10, 15 years ago did it better. So I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Deus Ex is probably Warren Spector and a bunch of other guys at the height of their creative abilities.
yeah,
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 you guys want to call it? We've
yeah. Let's
just
call it, yeah, because
erased
I
Deus Ex.
actually
I think we've covered everything that we're supposed to say in each and every podcast.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. I'm Vivek signing out. With me are Arvind
Bye.
and Rashi.
Bye.
All right, guys, see you next week.
See you
Bye.
next week.